Hello, my friends, and
welcome to the Million Pound Mission
Podcast.
I'm your host, Adam Shibley, the PhD,
the
previously heavy dude.
This,
and I'm on a 1 million
episode
pound
137.
mission. I've personally lost over 100 pounds. I've applied what I've learned from my own transformation journey to help my hometown clients lose over 35,000 pounds in just 5 years. Now I'm on a mission to lose as much 1 million pounds.
One-on-one, me and you coach,
delivering my best weekly tips, motivation, inspirational stories, transformation strategies, so that you can gain clarity about what you need to do to reach your goals and give you the confidence to take action. The perfect time to start taking action is right now. So let's do this.
There's a lot of differences between who they really are and what they're putting out there. This episode is sponsored by you, my friends. I want to be able to keep cranking out 3 high-quality episodes each week, and I need your support to make that happen. You can help support the show by becoming one of my Patreon patrons. Now, by pledging $1 a month, that's 8 cents an episode, and I'm going to earn it, by gosh. It's going to make a huge difference for both me and the show. If you pledge over $6 a month, you're going to get access to my Million Pound Mission live page where I do live follow-along workouts, live mobility sessions, live Q&A sessions, and even a few live podcast episodes. I'm doing this podcast, and all of your Patreon support dollars go directly towards paying for my new podcast production team, and they are the people that are helping me produce 3 high-quality episodes every week. Now, we need to raise around $500 a month to pay for those services. You can check my Patreon page to see where our current monthly donation total is at. So it's all out there in the open. It's kind of cool that you can see that build up. Now, currently, we're only at about $30 a month, so I do need your help. I'm going in the hole every single month, and I can't keep doing that. So if you can support the show, I'm going to earn that dollar, all right? And to get more info on how you can support the show, just go to millionpoundmission.com, millionpoundmission.com, and click on the Support the Mission link at the top of the page. Your support is so important to me, and I'm very grateful, my friends. Thank you. Hear what I'm talking about, hear about my message, but also just hear how I'm conducting business and hear about the struggles that I'm having and the things I'm trying to overcome. So that's what I want to kind of give you all a peek into, and hopefully you like it. So I want to start off with what's going well with the podcast, and I'm going to talk numbers, because that's something that in the podcast world, there's a lot of bullshit out there. Like my podcast coach, Justin, and I talk about this a lot. Like, people talk about their numbers and they put these posts up. I do, a cajillion downloads, and a lot of it is complete bullshit. Like, they're not even doing close to those numbers. And podcasting kind of turns into this pissing contest of how cool am I? So I just don't like following status quo along those lines. Like, I want to put it out there and be like, here's what I'm doing. Here's the actual growth. You guys are in it with me. You know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So I want to just be open and real about my numbers and stuff like that. So I feel like it's a fresh approach. So maybe it means nothing to you guys. Maybe it means something. I don't know. But I feel like if I let you guys in on the growth of the show, the actual numbers we're doing, then you're a part of it. And you can just trust in me. Like, I kind of want to be different in the podcast space, and especially in the fitness space. I've met a lot of really cool people. And in fitness, there are some people out there crushing it, but there's a lot of people out there that are like the fitness celebrities that have this brand, and they have this like marketing team, and $1 million brand. And it's just different. I'm not saying that it's wrong, and I'm not saying that it's not needed. They put out great things, but I feel like the thing that's missing in the fitness space is you seeing somebody and be like, that dude's like me. That dude is just like me. He's going through the stuff that I'm going through. He's going through a similar life pattern that I'm going through. And he's in the trenches. He's hustling, he's grinding, and he's just figuring it out. And I feel like that space can be filled like me. I kind of want to be like the people's champ of fitness podcasting. All right. So when I start using that term, it just kind of came to my head. The people's champ of fitness podcasting. All right. So we'll see where that goes. If you guys like that, let me know. Just put it out there in the ethos. So, yeah, I just want to bring the real deal to you guys and say, here's what's really happening. And so let's talk about what's going well so far. Now, 2017 was when I really started getting serious about podcasting and being like, okay, I wasn't really concerned with the numbers and things like that. I was getting a few hundred downloads here and there, not very many per show, just figuring things out. My audio kind of sucked, where it's much better now. Hopefully you guys notice that. And I met my podcast coach. I was standing in line at Summit of Greatness, just ran into this dude named Justin Shank, and my show took off ever since I got connected with him. So like a good month last year would be around 2,000 total downloads overall for the month for the show total. So all the episodes combined, about 2,000 downloads. So I got connected with Justin. We started tweaking a few things. We started putting out more episodes. January, we did 6,000 episodes. Like my goal for the first quarter of this year was to do 7,500 downloads total, and we almost did that in January alone. I got connected with people like Ashley James. She had me on her show, and I started getting on other shows and just getting the word out there. People going, ooh, this guy's got a unique message. He's got a unique personality. I kind of connect with this guy, and they're checking me out. And the really neat thing that it just makes me feel like I'm doing something right is that I have people say, I heard you on a different show. I listened to a couple episodes. Then I went to the beginning, episode 1, and I've listened to all of them. That's an investment. That's an investment of time. So props to you guys. I appreciate you guys that have done that. That's a serious investment. I've got a lot of people that have hung in there from day one that just listened to the first episode as I put it out, and I've been here the whole time. So thank you to you guys as well. But it just tells me that something is going right. Like the momentum is there, the message is needed, it's connecting, and people are starting to use this information. And that makes me feel really, really good. So January we did 6,500 downloads or so, low 6,000s. February we did 6,500. March, boom, another jump, 9,000. 9,000 downloads in the month of March, which was huge. Like I'm freaking out. I'm like, okay. Huge spike there. We increased by 30% month over month, and it's getting exciting. And then I started batch recording our episodes. Right now it's the end of April, so you're going to listen to this at the end of May. I record about a month in advance, and we're on pace to top and hit another best month ever, like mid 9,000s. So I'm hoping that May, including this episode, will put us over the 10,000 mark, which would be awesome. And 10,000 downloads for a month, like that's not like groundbreaking. There are people that do hundreds of thousands of downloads every month. The top podcasts will do 1 million downloads almost per episode. That's crazy, right? So these aren't fancy numbers. That's what I'm trying to say. Like people in podcasting space, if I go out and say, yeah, I'm doing 9,000 downloads a month, it'll be like mildly respectable. Nobody's gonna go like, damn, you're killing it. But I'm proud of it. Like we've grown so much. And just to think, I've had in this last month, I've had over 9,000 opportunities to teach you guys, to teach, different people and get in your ears and try to make an impact. That's huge because, almost 2 years ago, I started the podcast at zero opportunities. And now we've got 9,000. That's awesome. I'm proud of that. And there are a lot, and those are my legit numbers, like legit. And, an average podcast, starting out will get 100 downloads or so per episode, according to my mentor, my coach, Justin. So I feel like, we're growing. The growth is there. It's happening, and that's encouraging, right? Now, the tough thing about this is we're hitting some bottlenecks. We're hitting some bottlenecks with time. We're hitting some bottlenecks with money. All right, the time thing happened first because in January, I was like, all right, I'm doing 3 shows, and I'm just grinding them out. Like I'm figuring it out. At first, I was actually putting out 3 shows every week. I had to do them on the week. I just put them out, the day before and create them and go. That wasn't very efficient. I learned some things from Justin. He showed me how we could switch our hosting service so that we can book them in advance. I started booking them in advance a couple of weeks, but I was still doing it all myself, 100% by myself, all the images, all the audio, the tiny bit of editing that I do, and then all the images for social media. So then the bottleneck became time because putting out 3 episodes every week, even batch recording them and doing it in advance, it's like 8-10 hours a week. And, we are not making any money from the podcast so far. I launched the Patreon account. Right now we're doing about $30 a month on that. But otherwise it's like 10 hours a week, $30 a month, so I'm making less than $10 a month. I feel like in the movie, you guys watch Napoleon Dynamite, it's like $1 an hour. It's that's what I'm getting paid. But again, that's not my motivation. Money is just like a side necessity just to keep the thing going. Because I know long term, if I make the impact I want to make, everything will take care of itself, right? So the first bottleneck was time. So I got with Justin, and I was like, listen, I believe in this thing. I know he believes in me and my message. He's a huge fan of just what I'm doing, right? He tells me that all the time, and that means a lot to me. And I was like, listen, I need help. Bottleneck is time. I don't think I can keep putting out 3 shows every week consistently, or like high-quality shows. I'm running out of time. So I hired him. I was already hiring him as a coach, but now I'd invest in him and his company to produce the episode. So basically, I batch record now. We've been doing this for the last couple of months. I batch record the episodes over about a week's time, and then that sets us up for a month. And I just send him the audio. He takes care of the images. Him and his crew do all the editing. They put the intro and the outro and all that stuff together, the music, and get everything booked. So it has saved me a ton of time. Like, I'm back on the right side of time, which is huge because, I'm a dad. I've got online coaching clients. I've got a gym that I own, and, I'll get into that in a second. That's a whole other deal. So the first bottleneck of time taken care of. We got that. We got a process. It's working well. But now the second bottleneck is finances, because like I said, the podcast isn't making any money, and I'm paying, I need to come up with about $500 to $600 a month so I can pay Justin and the crew to take care of all the audio, all the back end of the podcast and getting it out there, saving me all this time. So that's why I've been really hitting the Patreon thing super hard. I know I hate doing that, guys. Like, I hate asking people for help. I hate asking people, to donate to the cause and things like that. And the people that have been doing that, it's huge. Like, you give me $1 a month, that means the world to me. I get more fired up when I saw those first couple of $1 per month pledges come through. I can't even describe to you guys. I was like, damn, these people really believe in me. Like, they really believe in what I'm doing. They believe enough to listen to the show, to click on the link in the episode, and then go on there and donate and support the mission and what I'm doing. And it's special. Like, it's something that I'm going to remember. The first few people, like, I've got their names written down. Like, I'm going to give them shout outs down the road when things get bigger and make something out of it. So, but like I said, like, it's just not me. Like, I wish that money wasn't an issue. I think sometimes people assume if you have a podcast, like, you're rich and famous. Like, that's not the deal. Like, legit, you can go on my Patreon page. So the easiest way to get there is to go to millionpoundmission.com. There's a button at the top that says support the mission. That'll get you my Patreon page. Patreon is just a service that supports artists, songwriters, podcasters, people putting, information out there, and they want to make this their career, basically. And people can say, yeah, I support that. Here's $1 a month, or here's $5 a month, or here's $6 a month, or whatever. And so I've been putting that out there, trying to use that because I'm stuck in like an in-between podcasting space. Let's talk about sponsorships, right? So you hear people talking on their shows, the intros and the outros, check out this and use my special code and all this and that. And I do that with my Monday episodes with Four Sigmatic. Another huge shout out to them for believing in me, but that is a sponsorship based off of free product. So I'm not getting paid for that because right now my downloads aren't big enough to get paid. The bare minimum per month is about 20,000 downloads a month before you can go to any company and start talking about, hey, I'd love for you to sponsor my show, and I get a certain amount of dollars per download, but 20,000 downloads a month. So I'm not even halfway there yet. So I'm stuck like in this spot where I got to raise some money to help support the show and keep me doing 3 episodes a week because I want to keep doing that for sure and make them high quality episodes. So I got to pay Justin and his crew. But I'm not at enough downloads yet where I can actually get financial sponsors. So it's a little bit of just a belief game and saying, okay, hopefully I don't run out of money before I get to that point and I can start getting sponsors. So that's where the Patreon thing comes in. And like I said, if you guys can afford $1 a month, or if you guys do $6 a month, I put you in my private Facebook group where I go and do live workouts and live mobility sessions and live Q&A. We interact a lot more. And if you guys can afford that, and you decide to do that, awesome. I appreciate you. But I understand that's not everybody's jam. And some of you may even be irritated I'm even talking about this. But like I said, this is just me being real and being like, I need that $1 a month. Like if you can afford it and you think that this podcast is worth it and you decide to put that $1 a month out there, I'm going to earn the hell out of it. I'm going to earn the shit out of it, my friend. So just know that makes a huge difference. It's not just like, oh, Adam's just trying to get richer. It's like, I need 500 people to say, I'm going to give Adam $1 a month so that I can keep doing 3 episodes a week. That's what I'm saying. And I think we'll find those people. And that'll help me bridge the gap until we get the downloads high enough and I get like legit money, financial sponsors to start supporting the show in that way. So that's the bridge that I'm hoping we can cross together. And, and if we can't do it, like I can't put myself into a financial position where I'm just eating, $500 a month. That's $6,000 a year. I live a minimalist lifestyle. I have a minimalist mindset. That just doesn't jive. So if I got to drop and do less episodes and take over the production myself again, that's what I'll do. I'm not saying I'll stop the podcast. That's not going to happen. Like even if I just do 1 episode a week, it's going to keep happening. The $1 Million Mission will keep happening and we're going to hit the goal. Like legit, it's going to happen. Once again, I'll say that again. So that's where like the financial and the download, the peek behind the curtain sort of things are at. Now let's talk about what I'm excited about. Number 1, the impact. I'm just hearing people that are providing feedback and they're like, I learned this from this episode that made a difference. And here's the result. I lost 7 pounds and I added it to the $1 Million Mission. That's cool as hell. Like, I don't know if you guys understand how cool that is for me to hear, but it just lights me up. I'm like, damn, like, it's so interesting to me that like I'm sitting in my basement right now by myself, sitting in my basement by myself on a Sunday, worked at the gym all day, did personal training, do my thing at the gym. And then I'm just knocking out these episodes for the month of May. And I can just yell into my microphone here and I can connect with somebody. I can say one thing and they're like, that lights them up and it makes a difference. That just blows my mind. It just blows my mind that I'm able to do that. I'm a regular dude. I'm the PhD, the previously heavy dude. I'm a regular guy from Bloomington, Indiana, from the Midwest. I'm not California. I'm Midwest. I say it all the time, but it just blows my mind. And I feel honored to be able to do that. I feel special. So, again, shout out to you guys that are out there taking action on the episodes. I'm really, really psyched about the impact. I'm really psyched that we got the website up and running, themillionpoundmission.com. You can go to themillionpoundmission.com or millionpoundmission.com. It all goes the same direction. I know you're probably amazed that I figured out how to do that, but I did. All the web stuff, most of the web stuff I've done myself. The actual tracker and the counter where you donate your weight loss, that is done by somebody that I hired. But if you guys have produced a result because of a tip that I gave you, if you've done some of my online programs or anything, please help a brother out and go on there and donate your weight. It's huge. I mean, it really means a lot to me if you do that, even if it's £1. Go on there and donate. You can donate every 2 weeks, but that's the only damn way I'm getting to that £1 million is if you guys go on there. I know it's asking a lot. You go on there, you type in your weight every 2 weeks, and we add and contribute to that $1 Million Mission. And we I can't lose £1 million by myself. I ain't got no more weight to lose. So I hope what you realize is that I need to help a whole lot of people, and that includes you, my friend. So if you're listening to this, I believe everything happens for a reason, and I'm here to help, right? So let's talk about that. Then another thing I'm really psyched about is the interaction. I love connecting with you guys. And I know that sometimes you can see I'm kind of scattershot. Like I'm trying a lot of different stuff. So the podcast is the tip of the spear, and then I'm trying to figure out my social media game a little bit. And it is a game, and I hate the damn game, everybody. I wish that I could just be like, all right, everybody that needs help, just DM me on Instagram. Let's dig in, and let's just cut through all the bullshit of, okay, I got to do this post with this language, and I've got to put money behind it, and I've got to make sure that I have these certain hashtags so the right people find me. Like, it is just not my jam. Like, I really hate all of that stuff. But it's a part of the game. Like, I have to find you guys. So if you're listening to this, I found you somehow. Whether I was on somebody else's show and you heard me there, or I did use the right hashtag on Instagram and you searched that hashtag and you found me and you're listening. But it happened somehow. So something worked. I'm just trying to figure out the most efficient way to find you guys and to get into your ears and to listen. And it's interesting. Instagram is going really well. Facebook is going well, but man, it's a pain in the ass. Facebook is just a lot of, bowing down to the Facebook algorithm is not my deal. I love my Facebook group, but everywhere else on Facebook, it's really hard to interact with people. It's really, I feel like it's not personal. Instagram is a little more personal. You can DM me. Just DM me. Hit me up. DM is a direct message, by the way. Somebody asked me that today. You're always talking about DMs. What the hell is that? DM is a direct message. There's a little paper airplane looking button on Instagram. You just push that, type in Million Pound Mission, and send me a direct message. All right. And I reply to 100% of them. It's me. It's me. It's not anybody else. It's not a bot or anything like that. I started using the hashtag not a bot. I don't know if you guys caught that at all. But there's this thing on Facebook now where there's like this auto reply bot thing that makes it seem like you're really replying, but it's not you. But it's just a bunch of fake BS, as they say. But anyway, I'm psyched about the interaction that we're getting on social. Instagram's going really well. I've been having a lot of fun with my stories lately and doing some stuff with music and stuff. But Twitter, we launched that. If you guys are on Twitter, hit me up. It's at Million Pound MSN. So instead, there wasn't enough space to put mission, so it's Million Pound MSN. Mission. Million Pound Mission on Twitter, Instagram, and I'm going to eventually convert Facebook over. I got a few ads running, so I can't switch it over. Right now on Facebook, we're at transformationcoach.me, or you can just try to find my name, Adam Shively, friend me up. But the real place to interact with me on Facebook right now is the Defeat the Cheat group. If you go to defeatthecheat.com, that takes you into the group, and I'd love for you to be in there. I do get in there and interact with those people several times a week, and they're a rowdy bunch, and it's awesome. So the last thing I want to touch on is we're going to start doing a quarterly boot camp, and this is my wheelhouse. This is where I really feel like I'm at my best. So you guys know my story. I lost over 100 pounds, and then I dug in with my hometown, taught them what I learned from losing that weight, and we focus on my amazing results formula. We talk about nutrition. We talk about being committed with exercise. We do strategic thinking, and we do that consistently over time. It's simple, but it's hard at the same time. So I taught my hometown how to apply those principles, and I formed a boot camp, and we did 35,000 pounds in 5 years. That's the story. You've heard me tell it every single intro, right? So the boot camp has always just been local. And I've been challenged. I've got lots of mentors. I invest in mentors. One of my mentors is Coach Justin Kavanaugh, Coach Cav. He's been on one of the episodes. Let's see, episode number 78, if you're going to check that out. I had to check real quick. Episode number 78 with Coach Cav. Super smart guy. And he has helped me figure out how to do the boot camp so that now it's not just local. It's the Million Pound Mission boot camp. We're going to do 4 a year, so once per quarter. It's an 8-week boot camp, and it's worldwide. And we're not going to be able to take a whole lot of people because I assign accountability coaches. Like the boot campers are going to work with one of my coaches that I've trained in, and you're going to report into them every day. If you don't report into them, they check in, they follow up with you. They come looking for your report, basically. And that's been kind of the magic with my program. So it's going to be an online platform, interacting with me, interacting with my coaches. We do the Amazing Results formula. I got an exercise prescription. I've got a nutrition prescription with lots of options. So you'll be able to choose from the keto plan, the paleo plan, the clean eating diet that I use to lose 100 pounds, or the intermittent fasting plan. So it's going to be awesome. I'm really psyched about it because this is another level up. Like I'm thinking, how do I achieve this mission and not have it take 100 years? We got to get the 1,000,000 pounds done. So we're aiming for 1,000 pounds plus for each one of these boot camps. And that's going to spur on more weight loss. So it's going to be a 1,000-pound challenge with the Million Pound Mission Boot Camp. I think we're going to try our first one in July. If you guys, I'm going to eventually have a button on millionpoundmission.com, and by the time this goes up, I may have that up there. But you're going to be able to get on the wait list if you want just first dibs on spots. Like we're going to be able to take about 50 people, I think, is going to be the number. I'm trying to figure out a way to scale it a little bit differently so we can take more people. And again, by the end of May, I may have that figured out. Hopefully, right? Hopefully. So that's something that I'm really psyched about because that's high impact. And that's me connecting with you. Those are the two things that I love to do the most. Make an impact, connect with you, and just go back and forth. Connect with you, make an impact, connect with you. So, if I don't have that up on the website yet, by the time this goes live, send me a DM on Instagram if you want to get on the wait list to get into the first Million Pound Mission Bootcamp in July, or if you have questions about it. I'll get more info out there as we roll into the summer months, but I'm psyched about it. We're also going to do an ambassador program with that. If you guys know a trainer or a gym, anybody that is in the fitness space but doesn't have an online program and would like to maybe connect with me to be one of our Million Pound Mission ambassadors, we're going to get some like team things going. So if you're based out of like Florida and you've got a cool gym down there and you guys want to do join the Million Pound Mission Bootcamp, and we have some friendly competition between town to town or state to state, it's going to be pretty cool. So I've got some neat ideas. Coach Cav has really helped me develop those ideas fully and ready to implement them now. So it's going to be pretty cool. So things are going well overall. There are always struggle points. It's tough sometimes to think about like where I want to get to, but also like anything, celebrating how far I've come. Like I'm very proud of where we're at, and the growth has been amazing. The impact has been amazing. And I want that next rung real bad, and we're striving for that. But right now, I think this is a good time to reflect back and be like, damn, we're making an impact. We're growing, and you guys are a part of that. So thank you so much. Let me know if you like this episode, kind of the look behind the curtain, behind the scenes, knowing the numbers, knowing how much money I'm making, talking sponsors and all that. Let me know if that's interesting to you. I would find that interesting. I wish that there's certain podcasts that I listen to. I would love to know the story behind the story a little bit. So I want to give that to you guys. And if it's not your jam, then you skip to the next episode. And obviously you guys haven't done that because we're 20 whatever minutes in, 27 minutes at this point. So thank you for listening. I know that if you have listened to this point, you're a hardcore listener. You are a Million Pound Mission comrade, and you're in it to win it. So I appreciate you, my friend, especially. So that is it, my friends. Let me know if you enjoyed this episode. Ways that you can support. Let's just hit that real quick. Like I said, I don't want to be that person that's always begging for likes and shares and all that stuff. But if you're like, okay, this dude's real, he does need help, I can help out in different ways. How can I help out? So right now, the Patreon thing is huge. If you can give me $1, that's huge, legit. Like I can't emphasize that enough. Like it's really going to make a difference. And I'm not trying to Sally Struthers you and be like, $1 will feed Adam's children for a day. No, it's like, it's going to help me keep the shows going. I want to keep cranking 3 high quality episodes out a week. And the only way I can do that is to get that Patreon account up to around that $500 a month space. That's going to cover me. And I can keep Justin going strong. So Patreon is number one. If you can just go to millionpoundmission.com, click on the top. There should be a support the mission button. I'll put that link in this episode in the show notes and in the blog with this episode as well. That's the number one way. If you can afford $1 a month, then that's awesome. If you want to go up to $6 a month, that gets you access to the live casts I'm doing with live follow-along workouts from my gym. I drag people in there. We have a good time. And we're building up a library that you have access to all the previous workouts as well. We do live mobility sessions, live Q&A, and I even have been known to film a few podcasts live, so you would get them a month in advance for $6 a month. So that's like, what is that, 50 cents an episode? No, like 10 cents an episode. I said quick math. I have no idea if that's right or not, but it's just a few cents an episode is what it is. So that's the number one way. Patreon, that's huge for me. Another way that you can just get the word out there is share the episode. If you're listening on your iPhone, there's 3 little dots next to the episode. You hit that. One of the options is share, and then it'll give you like the text message, the Facebook, the Twitter or whatever, and you can share the link out and just be like, hey, this dude's for real. He's rocking it. It's worth checking out. Or pick your favorite episode and just share it out there, or just telling a friend. I've had so many people. We've grown the show so much by just somebody going, hey, this has made a big impact on me. I think you'd like it. Check it out. All right, and that's the second way that you can support the show. So check that out. I'm just super, super thankful for the support that you guys have given me so far. And whatever happens in the next few months, like if we're able to keep going 3 shows a week, that's awesome. All the energy that you guys put out there to me, I'm going to pay that back like 1,000-fold. That's all I can promise to you. And if you need help, reach out, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help. And I love to interact. So please don't be shy. Please. I love it. That's the juice that keeps me going, my friends. Interaction. All right. So that's your challenge. I always try to give an action step. I want you to, maybe if you're on my email list, then I send out some notes every Thursday morning, usually at like 5:07 a.m. or something like that. You can just reply to one of those and let me know what's going down. How can I help? Or maybe, you hit me up on social media or on Instagram or on Twitter or, whatever. Just let me know how I can help. You can always email help@transformationcoach.me. How can I help? Let me know. All right. That's important to me. So that's your action step. If you have feedback for the show, ideas for guests, topics, danger zones that you're struggling with, let me know. Let me know. I'm here to help. All right, my friends, that is it. I just appreciate it. Last time, I appreciate you so much. And together, we're going to own it. Every meal, every workout, every day, and every damn podcast. I appreciate you. I will see you on the next episode. Hey, I've got one quick question before you take off, everybody. Are you ready to donate some weight loss to the Million Pound Mission? I thought so. So I've got a quick 2-step process to make that happen, my friends. First, just head on over to the millionpoundmission.com website, millionpoundmission.com, and grab a free copy of my #1 tool, the Transformation Battle Plan Workbook. Now, this will help you set up your battle plan for the next 28 days of your transformation process. Now, once you complete your 28 days, then come back to the website, millionpoundmission.com, and donate your weight loss and contribute to our Million Pound Mission. So let's do this.